Hi, Chief.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Great, and yourself?
Good.
Chief, tell me what you know about Braun Ambulances.
Chad, I've heard that the Braun Ambulance is the Rolls Royce of ambulances.
It's a high-quality product. How we're able to do that, Chief, is our custom fabrication. We use a 3D modeling software called SolidWorks. It allows us to look at the X, Y, and Z axis. So instead of a two-dimensional drawing, it allows us to look at three-dimensional. So we see the structure, the skin, and the exterior and interior features put on. We also do 100% in-house construction. So we control our quality, Chief. We don't outsource any of the construction whatsoever, and some of our competition does. Chassis information, Chief, what we're able to do is build on for you is a multitude of platforms: Dodge, Chevy, Ford, International, Freightliner, as well as a custom fire apparatus chassis also. Chief, solid body construction is our exclusive construction of our ambulances. We use the same material throughout the entire truck. It's a 5000 series alloy. What that allows us to do is to prevent any dissimilar metals from touching. You're familiar with extruded ambulances, correct?
Mm-hmm.
An extruded ambulance uses a 6000 series corner post and 6000 series support structures and 5000 series skin. Now that you have two dissimilar metals touching each other, what do you have the potential for, Chief?
Corrosion, I'll bet.
Absolutely. So the fact that we use the same material throughout the entire truck, a 5000 series alloy, we prevent that. So our construction, and using the same material throughout, we use 1/8 inch thick material throughout the entire truck. We use a side rail, vertical and horizontal support structures, and full seam weld this together to create a unitized body, thus creating the solid body construction, Chief. By doing that, it also creates a lighter truck for you because we are using the same material throughout. A lighter truck to you, Chief, means more customer usable payload. We're in a pack rat industry, and we keep putting more and more stuff into these ambulances, don't we, Chief?
Yes, we do.
What solid body construction means to you, Chief, is by using the same material throughout the entire truck, we provide you a lighter truck, which means more available payload to you as the end user. As you know, you're always wanting to put more and more equipment into the trucks, and you want to be able to grow into the truck as well. A lighter truck also means a lower center of gravity, which means I'm putting less wear and tear on my front brakes, less wear and tear on my front end, and better fuel economy to you as the end user. Also, by using the same material throughout the entire truck, Chief, what we're able to do is prevent electrolysis and corrosion. So our paint manufacturer allows us to offer you a 7-year paint warranty by using this material throughout the entire truck.
Speaking of paint, Chad, tell me about the graphics on this truck.
These graphics, Chief, are vinyl graphics, Scotchlite reflective. We offer that as well as painted graphics. We have our own in-house staff that will custom design it exactly to meet your specifications and your needs. We use a spray-in insulation foam. It's expandable foam that expands to 3/4 to an inch nominal thickness. Every cavity of the truck, roof, floor, sides, it provides superior thermal and acoustic insulation for your units. Now also, with our paint, we use a anti-corrosion package on our truck, something that you can't see with the visual eye as well. The anti-corrosion package is anywhere we put a cutout into the truck, we put a nutsert that prevents the screw from touching the aluminum. We also put a nylon backing between the piano hinge, the stainless steel piano hinge, and the aluminum to prevent those two metals from touching as well. We also use a product called EC, where anywhere we cut into the truck we spray, which is an anti-corrosion spray that prevents the metals from touching and creating corrosion and electrolysis. By doing that, I talked earlier about our paint warranty. By doing that, our paint manufacturer allows us a 7-year paint warranty on our product. We offer a seal-tight door. I mentioned earlier about our seal-tight door construction. Right. We actually put our seal on the inner door skin, and it protects water from coming inside of the door. It also protects our latch mechanisms on our door. Another thing exclusive to our Braun is we actually use a 190 door skin. By doing that, it actually creates a sturdier door, putting less wear and tear and strain on our piano hinges.
What's the competition use, Chad?
Varies from competitor to competitor, anywhere from an 090 to an 1/8 inch thick to an 060 inch door skin. So it varies from competitor to competitor.
But yours is much thicker.
Much thicker. A couple advantages to you or benefits to you as the end user that door skin will allow you is that it takes less wear and tear on the door, so it's sturdier. So as your guys are closing the doors with their foots or their hips, it's not putting the strain on the piano hinge. It also allows us to actually secure equipment to the door skins as well, because it's a heavier door, so we can actually maximize your storage space for you as the end user. Another feature with the Braun, Chief, as you probably noticed, are Eberhard free-floating latches. Familiar with the free-floating handle design?
I've heard of the latches, but I don't know anything about them.
What the free-floating latch design allows us to do is when the door is in the locked position, we actually disengage the actuator rods. So I'm putting no strain, stress, or pressure on those actuator rods. And I can open this handle all day long and it's not going to open the door. When it's in the unlocked position, it actually re-engages those actuator rods and allows me to open the door freely now. What that means to you, Chief, is I'm not putting any strain on those door actuator rods. How many times have you had to replace those in your current units today?
Oh, gosh. Don't even talk about it.
Downtime and maintenance costs are eliminated with going to this free-floating handle design. Inside the compartment, Chief, you'll notice the Trim Pro or Rhino lining interior provides, again, superior thermal and acoustic insulation, but it's also very durable. As you can see in this unit here, we have all these tools in here. Scratch, nicks, dings, takes care of that for you. Our competition actually uses a diamond plate material. Allows for corrosion and rust and water, and it's the Trim Pro is moisture proof. The Easy Glide side entry door. As you can see, it obviously slides open instead of swinging out into traffic. I feel it's a safety feature. We introduced this door a few years back as a standard on all of our models.
That's standard on all models?
Standard on all of our models today. It actually has a lifetime structural warranty, same as the box of the unit. So as long as you use this unit, this box as an ambulance, its structural integrity is warranted for life. And it can be transferable when you do a remount or you were to sell it to a neighboring department. And the Easy Glide side entry door is part of that lifetime structural warranty.
That's impressive, Chad.
Great. Let's hop inside and I'll show you the multiplex electrical system. Dick, you probably noticed when you first walk in the amount of headroom in the interior space.
I did, but not only that, Chad. Man, the lighting is fantastic.
Absolutely. The Braun feature, exclusive feature with the Braun, is the angled fluorescence. No other manufacturer does that. Most manufacturers put them directly over horizontal or vertically. The reason we put them at the angle is as the paramedic and EMT and I'm reading the patient color, if the lighting is over top of me, I'm going to cast a shadow over top, so I'm not going to get an improper read on the color of the patient. So that's why we've angled those to the side. As you sit down and take a look, you'll notice the flooring material and how we've coved it up. I've actually got a sample piece here of our floor. So you can actually see the vinyl material on the front, the space age material that we use, composite material, our 190 laterals, 0.375 inch tapping plates, and our 1/8 inch side channels as well. So that's basically underneath the vinyl flooring that we see here as well. Inside, acrylic countertops, restocking features on the cabinets, and we also use a multiplex electrical system. I've noticed you were looking at that. The computer screen.
Chad, is MasterTech a Braun exclusive?
Chief, actually is. The MasterTech multiplex system is a Braun exclusive. There are some competition out there that actually uses a multiplex system, but they use a master-slave system where our MasterTech multiplex is a true peer-to-peer system.
What is peer-to-peer?
Good question, Chief. Peer-to-peer means that there are independent nodes of one another, not one node being in control of the others. So no motherboard or circuit board that it all runs through. Have you ever had that experience on any of your current trucks where a motherboard or circuit board has gone out?
Everything goes out, yeah.
Absolutely. How long is it taking you to replace that motherboard or circuit board?
Oh, gosh, weeks.
Absolutely. The advantage of the peer-to-peer system, Chief, is that there are two nodes in the power distribution quarters behind me, a node behind the left rear fluorescent, and a node behind the right rear fluorescent, each node being independent of each other, interchangeable as well, so that if one node were to fail, I still have 75% coverage of the truck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, wow.
Absolutely. The other advantage with our peer-to-peer multiplex system are there are no moving parts, no switches, no relays. So I'm controlling your maintenance costs and minimizing your downtime with using the MasterTech multiplex electrical system. And Chief, it actually has a 7-year, 84,000-mile warranty.
That's great.
Absolutely.